As a prostate doctor, I have to ask, if you masturbate at night, what really happens to your prostate? This is a question that echoes in the private corners of the internet, in late night search histories. It is a question surrounded by myths, anxiety, and a terrifying amount of misinformation. You've probably heard the whispers online, the forums that suggest it is dangerous, that it can cause damage, inflammation, or worse. The fear-mongering is real. For many men over 60, the prostate is this mysterious gland. We do not pay attention to it until it starts causing problems. That weak stream, waking up at 3 a.m., then again at 4 a.m. That frustrating feeling that your bladder is never completely empty. And because this topic is taboo, we often ignore the warning signs, hoping they will go away. But what does the actual science say? Well, I am going to tell you the truth today. And I promise you, the answer is genuinely shocking. And it is almost certainly not what you have been led to believe. To truly understand the shocking reality, we must first get acquainted with the key player here, the prostate gland itself. Put simply, the prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland. Its main job is to produce the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. It sits just below the bladder and wraps around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of your body. When this gland grows, a condition called BPH, it squeezes that tube. That squeeze is the root of all your problems. You have probably heard the myths, the claims that frequent masturbation can wear out the prostate, that it can lead to chronic inflammation, a condition known as prostatitis, or the one thing men fear most, that it could somehow increase your risk of prostate cancer. These fears are understandable. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers among men. For decades, these fears went unchallenged, chalked up to old wives' tales or moral warnings disguised as health advice. But then, researchers at one of the most prestigious universities in the world, Harvard University, decided to stop guessing. They put the myths to the test with a massive long-term scientific study, and what they found did not just challenge the myths, it blew them out of the water. They followed nearly 32,000 men for almost 2 decades. One of the key data points they tracked was ejaculation frequency. When they analyzed the data, the results were stunning. The study found that men who reported a higher frequency of ejaculation, specifically 21 or more times per month, had up to a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times per month. Let me say that again. More frequent ejaculation was linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer. This is the complete opposite of the old fears. Far from being harmful, the evidence pointed to a powerful protective effect. So why is this? The leading theory is called the prostate flushing hypothesis. Think of your prostate's ducts as tiny pipes. The theory suggests that regular ejaculation helps to flush out these pipes. This process clears away old cells, built-up secretions, and potentially harmful substances or carcinogens before they have a chance to linger and cause inflammation. It is a natural cleansing mechanism. I want you to let me know in the comments right now. Before today, did you believe the myth that frequent masturbation was harmful? Just type yes or no in the comments. You are not alone. So, the science is clear. Frequent ejaculation is protective. Case closed, right? Number. This is where the real secret comes in. This is the part that millions of people were shocked to learn. The Harvard study answered the question of if you should. It did not answer the question of when you should. This is the million-dollar question. Why did I, as a prostate doctor, warn you about doing this at night? The answer is not in the physical act. The answer is in your hormones. I want you to think of your body as a complex orchestra. It runs on a 24-hour clock. This is your circadian rhythm. When the sun goes down, your brain releases a powerful hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is the conductor of the nighttime orchestra. It tells your body, it is time to sleep. It is time to repair. This repair mode is critical. During this time, your inflammation levels are supposed to go down. Your stress levels are supposed to go down. Your cells are supposed to heal. Now, what happens when you masturbate? At night, The act of orgasm releases a very different set of hormones. First, it releases prolactin. This is the satisfaction hormone. It makes you feel sleepy, which seems good. But it also releases stress hormones, like cortisol. And this is the catastrophe. When you do this at night, you are forcing your body's orchestra to play two songs at once. The melatonin, the conductor, is saying, sleep, repair, lower inflammation. But the new hormones, prolactin and cortisol, are screaming alert, stress, release. This is a hormonal clash. This clash disrupts your deep sleep cycle. Even if you fall asleep, you are not getting the deep restorative sleep you need. And what happens when your sleep is disrupted? Your body's inflammation levels do not go down. In fact, they skyrocket. That chronic, low-grade inflammation, that is the real enemy. That is what causes the rust in your joints. That is what causes the plaque in your arteries. And that is what causes your prostate, that walnut, to swell. So while the act of flushing is good, the timing of doing it at night is terrible. You are flushing the pipes, but you are simultaneously starting a hormonal fire that inflames the entire factory. This is the shocking truth that almost no one understands. You are trading a short-term flush for long-term inflammation. I have to ask, and I want you to be honest, did you have any idea that the timing of this act could have such a powerful effect on your hormones and inflammation? Let me know below. So, what is the answer? The answer is not never do it. The Harvard study proved that flushing is protective. The answer is to change the timing. Protocol 1, the morning rule. The flushing act is protective, but you must do it when your body is aligned with it. The best time to do this is in the morning. Why? When you wake up, your stress hormone cortisol is naturally at its peak. Your alert hormones are already high. When you perform the act in the morning, you are aligning with your body's natural rhythm. You get the benefit of the flush without the disaster of the hormonal clash at night. Protocol 2, the anti-inflammation rule. If the real enemy is the inflammation caused by this hormonal clash, then you must attack the inflammation. How? With the million-look packet secret. This is the secret weapon that Japanese scientists and top doctors often talk about. It is pumpkin seed oil. This is the true prostate elixir. Why? It is packed with a compound called beta-sitosterol. This is a natural plant steroid that aggressively blocks the enzyme that causes prostate growth. It also contains massive amounts of zinc and omega-3s, which are the #1 nutrients for lowering prostate inflammation. This is your real prostate insurance. Here is the protocol. Just 1 tablespoon a day. Take 1 tablespoon of high-quality cold-pressed pumpkin seed oil in the morning. This one habit does 2 things. It lubricates your system for the day. It floods your body with the exact nutrients it needs to fight inflammation all day long. We started this video with a question. What happens if you masturbate at night? The answer is, you start a hormonal fire. That is the path of despair. But this is the path of empowerment. This is you taking control. This is you understanding your hormones. This is you realizing that when you do something is just as important as what you do. The promise is real. No senior will ever suffer from an enlarged prostate again if they know this secret, if they stop causing the fire at night and start fighting the fire in the morning. You now have that knowledge. I have one last question for you, and I am reading every comment. Are you going to make this simple switch? Are you ready to try the morning rule and the pumpkin seed oil elixir? Share your story below. Your commitment might just be the inspiration someone else needs to start healing today. If you are ready to take back control of your health, if you are ready to say no to BPH symptoms, please subscribe for more health truths. Make the right choice. Take care of your body.